ladies and gentlemen, liberals are freaking out over the current situation with DOGE finding out and making public the involvement USAID has with the Democratic Party. And I would imagine we're going to get a full write up and a full report from DOGE at some point discussing and showing the amount of taxpayer money that was used to benefit the Democratic Party. And so it's a major problem, and that's why it's been code red. You can see USAID paying Ben Stiller. I mean, this has been reported multiple different people. Photo ops with Zelensky, $4 million, $8 million, $12 million. It's all taxpayer money. And then we also have the money that goes to media corporations like Politico to influence them, and they're all left-leaning corporations. It really is very unfortunate, but it's also very revealing, and this is what we wanted from DOGE, the transparency, and that's why these liberals have come out very rabid. They're so angry because this is getting all exposed on the national spotlight, and that's why they want Musk to be removed, because they don't want him exposing anything else when it comes to government corruption. But this is exactly why Musk was put in, to expose all of this. And they say, well, he shouldn't have access to that. Nobody voted for him. Well, yeah, what about all the Democrats that influence elections at a much... The other thing I've been hearing about Elon Musk, this is so crazy. These people are just ill-informed. They say, well, Elon Musk spent, what is it, like $160 million in support of Trump on the election. That's a ton of money, right? Well, Mark Zuckerberg spent $400 million for the Democrats back in 2020, over double what Musk spent for Republicans. And that's with Zuckerberg silencing a huge story that probably would have sunk the Democratic candidate, Biden. It got silenced by the FBI and the CIA. It's been investigated. It turned out to be a true story. But no, they've got a real gripe about Elon Musk manipulating the election. And many of them believe that Musk did do that. The Democrats are better about, the fringe people there. They try and say, oh no, it's a joke. I mean, there's like subreddits dedicated to the fact that they think the election was rigged by Musk. But this is the problem we're seeing. This is the corruption. It's millions of dollars to try and manipulate public opinion. Look at this celebrity meeting with Zelensky. It's amazing. It's all taxpayer money. It's disgusting. And it's all being exposed. And this is exactly what DOGE was going to do. And you've got all the people within the government who don't want this out, and they want to tell the citizens this is bad. They really can't formulate why it's bad. They say, well, Musk shouldn't have access to this information, but just don't look at the information, please. It's a total joke. Musk said he was going to be involved. He's involved. He has to run everything by Trump. Trump said it. Trump said anything Musk wants to do has to be run by the Trump administration. Trump was voted for by the American people. Trump won every swing state. Trump won the popular vote. This is how this administration is going to go. And you're going to have to, because of how bloated the government is, rip the Band-Aid off, and they're not going to be too happy about it. And you've even got now the people in countries to where, this aid supposedly was going to help them, which is one of the first things they came out and they said, because remember, they get all their notes and it's an assessment. So they'll send out emails to the top Democrats and say, all right, this is the narrative we're going with. We've got USAID. Its main goal is to help poor people. Tell the public and manipulate the public into saying the evil Republicans and Elon Musk, who wasn't elected, they're cutting funding to help these poor nations. So that was what they started to say. But now the people in the poor nations are saying, we never even get this money. I mean, this is pure money laundering. They're trying to help the Democrats. We've done assessments. DOGE did an assessment. It's 97% of the money goes to Democrats when it comes to the political side of these funditures from USAID. And now you're getting all these Democratic influencers begging their audiences, saying, please send me money. Musk cut off the well, and I have no money now. And so we know the Democrats, and it happens with Republicans as well. Remember, the Republicans get accused of the Moscow connection with Russia when it comes to the funding sources. Not me. I'm not even big enough for that, folks. Let's be real. But the big-time Republican influencers. And the Democrats, certainly, the Democrats openly, they say, yeah, we get paid by the Democratic establishment. We don't believe any of this crap. We have to say it. We'll take money, we'll say it. We believe maybe 50% of it, and then we have to, they force us, they give us talking points, and that's how we do it. And they've admitted that. And now it's probably going to come out with this USAID. That's why it's red alert. Let's manipulate everyone. These funds are used to help people. It's disgusting what Elon Musk is doing. He's not elected. Use those buzzwords. And so this is the email they send out to all the Democrats, and it's gotten so bad they have to go out and like do these rallies and do these protests. It's like, how dare Elon Musk stop wasting our money? Because normally you'd protest against the opposite. Why is the government wasting so much money? No. They want the government to waste the money. They want the government to buy. I mean, you know what? They just really hate ads. Because listen, that's a crazy deal. You've got people within the government saying, we hate ads so much, we're going to pay $500,000 a year to Politico because we don't want to see their ads anymore. Yes, it's a joke. I get there was different things Politico was giving them in terms of information, but it is still funny to pay $500K in terms of, that's what NASA was paying apparently. You've got Vivek coming out against the USAID. Dems were essentially bankrolling state-run media and international wokeness by using U.S. tax dollars. This is a huge scandal. And this is the type of stuff that was going to get exposed now that Trump has his bearings, now that Trump understands Washington to a higher degree, certainly way higher, 100 times higher than when he came in 2017. This was all going to get exposed. It was inevitable. And so they're telling you to hate this. Well, no, this is what everybody wanted. There was going to be significant government waste. Look at how big the government is. Look at how big our economy is. There was going to be some serious stuff to come out. And the only thing they can say is, well, he doesn't have clearance. He shouldn't have this access to our information. They don't deny any. Then they say, and they say, oh, it's all for poor people and it's totally normal. Well, even the poor people say, we're not getting any of this. It's a total scam. It's all money laundering. We get like 2% of it. They like build us a well and then say, yeah, it costs like $40 billion to build a well in Africa. It's totally not money laundering. We were going to spend, they were going to spend around $63 million on an infrastructure project in Afghanistan. But when we surveyed the land, we realized we couldn't do it. So where did the $63 million go? I don't know. It was allocated for that project. Who knows where it went? So you start looking into it and that's just how bad it really is. And then you've also got this, Democrats, the influencers, are starting to do this weird, totally made up false narrative that Republicans are regretting voting for Donald Trump, which is certainly not true, but it's this cope talking point to where it's like, obviously if a Democrat comes out and screams, a lot of these people are starting to realize whenever they scream and they get mad at Trump, nobody really cares. It's in one ear out the other. People just call it TDS. So they have to kind of ratchet up and try and come at it from a different angle. So they're starting to lie and say, oh, Republicans are regretting voting for Donald Trump. It's just a false premise. It's not true at all. I mean, why would Donald Trump if Republicans were regretting voting for Trump, his approval rating would be in the 30s, because that would also mean independents would think he's doing a bad job. His approval rating's like 54, 55%. It's like +6 on average, +4 if you look at 538. So they create this false narrative. And by the way, I've never seen a video like this get ratioed. Now, I haven't watched, TikTok in forever. I'll see the TikToks on X. But like, look at this. Has anyone seen this? 1,800 comments, 44,000, or excuse me, 1,800 likes, 44,000 comments. That almost seems impossible, honestly, for videos to get like that ratioed. Obviously, it's everyone in the comments saying, no, you're lying. Why are you creating this? And maybe she's just doing it to get engagement, I guess. But I mean, the thing is, I've seen other Democrats do this. Is the new strategy. Whenever they scream and cry about Trump and say we're going to impeach him and all this, nobody cares. It's all irrelevant. They say it 100 times. It doesn't get them attention. And so these people, they're like 5-year-old children, like this lady, they crave attention. And so they have to ratchet it up and say, it's the gaslighting. Oh, that now Republicans are saying how much they regret voting for Donald Trump. We told you so, but it's a totally false premise. When it comes to that, why would any Republican even regret voting for Donald Trump at this point? It's like 3 weeks into his term anyways. And he's done basically 1,000 more things than he did his first 3 weeks in 2017. And it just makes absolutely no sense. I love these videos. I think we've got another one over here somewhere. The premise of these videos: feeling buyer's remorse, MAGA. Don't blame us, MAGA. We tried to warn you. MAGA every day now. I really couldn't be happier. Well, yeah, there it is, the false narrative. You know, oh, they all regret voting for Trump. Well, wouldn't the entire premise be wrong anyways? Because they say MAG is a cult. So why would the cult members turn against Trump after 3 weeks? So their own arguments are like going against each other. You can't keep track. They say it's a cult. Well, then why would the cult go against Trump? But now they're saying the cult is going against Trump with no. I mean, what proof do you have of that? Trump's approval rating is 54, 55%. It's +4, +5. So they're just making stuff up now. That's how desperate it's gotten. And they've been told to like rabidly go against Musk. And now there's the whole derangement syndrome with Musk. And it's getting really bad with Reddit and those people. They are completely unstable. And it certainly is not going to get better anytime soon. But either way, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Make sure you follow me on X. Link to that's always in the description.